5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, this is Sheila and the Kid, and you're watching It's Easy Breezy.
So you guys are originally from the Netherlands, Sheila and the Kid.
Sheila and the Kid.
Sheila and the Kid. We definitely see you, yes.
Okay. Well, we are Sheila and the Kid, and we started like 2 years ago writing music originally for another band where I was singing in, and then that band stopped, and we also didn't quite like the music we had to write for the band, so
it was more of a television project.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, wow. That's...
And we wrote a demo together, like in 2 hours or so. It was just a very...
2 hours? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like a bounce out of Logic, and we sent it to the producer there, to the television producer, and they really liked it, so that's how we started. It's our first time making music together.
Yeah.
And after the project stopped,
we decided to make our own project, not knowing if it was a band or just writing music, and eventually Sheila and the Kid was there. And took 2 years to just write music and write demos and find our style and
figure out the sound that we both liked.
And now 2 years later, there's a third single, and we have a nice label, and everything's
and the single Good Love Stories.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
amazing. I love that song. I love it. It keeps me moving.
Thank you.
What got you together to make that one? I know you said you made the demo earlier coming together. Was this kind of one of those demos also, or was it kind of new?
Was the first one actually that we wrote?
Yeah, the first one, and it took us also. It was the last one we were done with, so it took us 2 years to write the song because we decided we wanted to be a band with music we wanted to dance on to. Yeah. So, and we had a good life, so we don't have really much to talk about.
So you had to pick a dance and partying. Feel good music. It feels good music.
Yeah. So we just wanted to make music everyone liked and could dance on, and the lyrics we also decided it should be a little bit quirky and nerdy, but also just us trying to be cool.
Yeah. Did you guys go to the party scene and play it for those people who like to dance?
Yeah.
And that's
it works very well if you play it live and people are having fun and drinking and dancing. And
do you guys get to play the song in the Netherlands live?
Yeah.
What area have you seen the best reaction?
Parties basically. So we like to play like at midnight or a little later even.
Yeah.
When people already started partying and started dancing a little, and then we get up as a band, and that works really well. But we did also play a festival last year, and we played 5 in the afternoon, which was also great. But I think people were on drugs already.
Yeah. Plus, it's a festival, so there are no rules on festivals. People just party 3 days straight, and then it doesn't matter at what time you play as a band because people will definitely like it.
Yeah.
I have a few questions about making the project, because I read somewhere that the studio caught on fire.
Yeah.
And the mixing process was recovered. I was kind of confused. Could you guys tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's a good a friend of us called Barak Koren, and he's from Israel originally, and he bought like about 15 years or 20 years ago the first mixing console of Steve Albini, the famous producer of Nirvana and a lot of big rock bands.
Yes.
And Barak bought his table, and Barak is a very brilliant engineer who works also with Nick Cave and other big famous Dutch artists.
Yes.
And so we asked him if he could mix Good Love Stories and also Next to You.
Yeah.
And he'll mix the new one too, but in his studio. So it's not the studio you're seeing right now.
This is our studio.
This is our studio.
Nice.
Not yours.
That's nice. I like it.
But Barak Studio caught fire because of
electricity.
I think there was a fire at his neighbor's building, so his studio burned down basically. But during the fire, his roof came loose and fell down on the console.
Wow!
And that basically saved the console from not burning
entirely.
all the way. Yeah.
Wow!
But our mixes were in that table, so we didn't. The very last mix we don't have it, right, because of the fire.
Yeah, he mixes not in the computer, so he mixes outboard.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we lost the
That's
song.
what it is. And well, the table was how do you say it in English? Took apart. They took the table apart. No. Yeah.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
I don't know. And he just fixed it again like a month ago or so.
Oh, okay.
So this was all last year when he was super sad and all his outboard equipment burned. Was lost in the fire basically, and now he is in a new place.
And I seen that they you had a new place, and next to you actually peaked number 15 on the Spotify virtual top 50.
Yeah.
And then reached 37 on the iTunes alternative chart. So that did great out of the situation alone. That did amazing. How do you guys feel about that? Does it give you even more confidence?
It is strange because when the place burned down, I didn't really feel like we should stop or because we make the music here and the mixing is also a very big part of the music, but it's not like we couldn't find anything or anyone else to
I was quite panicky in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it took quite a while to find someone like Barak, because he's so good in what he does, and I've experienced a lot of other mixes, and Barak is for now by far my favorite.
Yeah.
So I was really sad when his table burned down, because he's also a live mixer. That's where he earns most of his money. And, I was a bit panicky about if he couldn't fix the table, the desk again, then we would be really fucked, because it's like a $50,000 desk or so, and he's not
very rich.
No, it's not that he can buy it again.
No, and then our music wouldn't sound the same. Every single we make, we try to mix it there, and then our songs would sound very different. So that's very nice that this table has been made, and because our next single is going to be there in April, and now we sent it yesterday to him. So this is the first time we're gonna do it on the new table, the new old table.
Yeah, see if it's still working correctly and how it sounds.
The studio you're working in now, how long you been in that studio? How long you guys been in?
About a year. This one we built ourselves.
It's nice. I like the lighting in the back. It's real nice. Who play the drums?
Me.
Oh, how long you been playing the drums? Your whole life?
Yeah, my whole life, basically. Yeah, since I was like 5 or 6.
Good.
My father taught me my first drum lessons.
He's a real good drummer.
God.
He is.
And so both of you grew up in the Netherlands?
Yeah, in different cities, but
how big is it for you two to come together? How big is the area? Is it small? Is it huge? Is it
small?
It's small.
For
your terms, it's small. I think Susanna drives like 45 minutes to get to my studio.
Okay. How many people in the band with you? How many do you guys bring together?
4.
4.
So the 2 of us, and then 2 different guys.
We started with the 2 of us, also as a duo, but then after half a year or so, we decided to we don't want to play live with a computer, with a laptop and Ableton or so. That's the easy way, of course, to go play live, but we liked better if we could do everything live, all instruments. So we found 2 keyboard players, and they're joining us live. Chris Doyle from New York,
Yeah.
And another guy
from Amsterdam
from
also.
Holland.
Yeah.
And do you have any key pieces you go to, Bo? As far as producing and stuff?
Yeah, I can see if I can show you. Most of the synths you see are over there. So here's the MS-20, Korg MS-20, which is an old analog synth with hardware oscillators. We have here we have
DX7.
Yamaha DX7, which is a famous
Classic.
1980s classic 80s synthesizer. Here we have the SH101 Roland. It's also a classic 80s synth. And what we use, like by far the most, is the Juno 106.
We have a
lot of stuff. Yeah.
Who got you guys into music? Who got you guys into music? Cause you guys have a little bit different respect. I see you guys are classic. You a collector. You got the beautiful, amazing voice, feel, and love for music.
Yeah, I think it's different because Bo grew up in a family where everyone played music and did.
Yeah, for me it's basically my father, and he played us super weird experimental records when I was like 2 years old or so. He played me Stockhausen and super weird Frank Zappa and Captain Beefheart stuff. So that was the beginning of my life. I heard the most freaky music already.
But for me, it's a bit different because I don't really come from a very musical family or something. But my mother and my father also, but my mother even more. She loves pop music and rock music. So when I was old enough to go to festivals, like when I was 11, 12, she took me to the big festivals in Holland, like Pinkpop and Lowlands, because she finally had someone to go with, because I also liked it, and my father didn't want to come. So my mother took me to all the great acts when I was young.
And that was your foundation. From that point on, I'm sure you was at a bunch of them, huh?
Yeah, but my mother didn't really know I wanted to do music. So when I was at the high school, I thought, I should really do the high school musical at my school.
Right.
And my mother said, yeah, should you do that? Because she was really scared that I would make fun of myself because I couldn't sing. She really didn't know I could sing.
Was you shy?
No, I didn't. I wasn't shy. I just didn't sing at my house. And then I got selected for the musical, and they were like, huh? You can do that? I really didn't know.
So what's next? Do you guys have a show in Amsterdam? Are you performing in Amsterdam soon?
We had quite a great week. Last Sunday we recorded a new video clip for the next single, which is called Time and Time Again.
I seen the photo. Yeah. Was you guys out there on the rooftop?
Yeah, it was so cold.
Super cold.
I thought so.
Oh, it was so cold. But we managed to do it anyway.
Yeah, it was fun.
How long did it take? All day?
All day. It was quite an easy clip because we just...
It's one shot video clip. So it's all like, this phenomenon?
Yeah.
One shot video clips, like music videos.
Yeah.
We did it too. So it's all one shot, like one camera movement, no cuts, no editing.
Who idea was that?
My sister, she's a filmmaker in the Netherlands. And she came up with the idea. And she also did the video clip for Homeschool Sweethearts. And
which is really cool. So
it is.
We're quite blessed with a very great group of friends who are all working in film or music, so we can do a lot of the things we like. We can do it ourselves with this group of people, like the designers and photographers. And
it's hard, but I also think that the music. I think everyone we work with works very hard and is very driven. But I think what sets us apart is that the music we make doesn't. Not lots of people in Holland do that. So it's you have the pop bands and the rock bands, but not really the synth-driven dancey bands. We don't have that a lot. So I think we make music people don't recognize immediately. So they're like, huh, is this? When we were played on the radio in Holland, they said, oh, this should be from America or from England or something, because they understand the music that was made in Holland.
Yeah.
So I think why we kind of stand out, because it's different, and in Holland you don't hear it a lot.
I think we have more of a European sound than a Dutch sound.
Yeah.
And what I think people recognize in Holland is what I want to say. I think it's very hard for every artist, musician,
right,
especially pop music, everywhere, all over the world. If you want to be like outstanding, or you want to really make a living of it, you need to work hard, try a lot of different things, right, and make enough hours
putting into it
to really specialize in the thing you want to do, and you have to be quite sure of yourself. But what we notice right now, since right after we released Good Love Stories, is that people start to call us now and to see if they can do anything for us, like managers maybe
help out,
are starting to show some interest, and I think that's just the beginning of it. So we're still working and figuring out a strategy and how to grow as much as possible, and we're figuring out where we want to be in a year. It's quite honest, basically. This is what we really like, and what you can hear in the music, of course, is also very much my youth. I grew up with Toto and Prince and totally in the 80s, in the 1980s. I was like very young then.
Yeah.
So that's all for me. It's very nostalgic, but I really grew up with those sounds.
Great.
And now being able to work with those synthesizers and with this equipment, and we really both share the same enthusiasm and love for that sound and that kind of music. I mean, we were working for 2 years to figure it out, and we made like rock songs, and we made like super weird electronic stuff, and
man, I got to hear some of that sounds. I got to hear some.
Yeah, and come over in the studio. Yeah, and let us know when you're coming, or let the label know, and then you can meet us here.
Yeah, I got to hear some of the sounds, because how many records do you think you recorded in that 2-year process? Probably.
Well, I have a lot of folders in my computer which says refrigerator.
Man.
All old songs which we never going to release or never going to use. But I think there are 15 in there, and I think we have like 12 or 13 basically, demoed.
So 2 albums, I think.
Day or night time recording, which one you guys prefer?
Night.
Night. Me too.
Yeah.
How about you?
During the day, it looks too much like work.
True.
And it's very uncreative.
I ain't gonna hold you guys up.
Work during the day, so we should change something.
We're quite blessed with what we do. We can really make a living with music apart from Sheila and the Kid and theater. And I also produce music here in the studio for television and theater and stuff. Yeah. So we're very blessed by the fact that we can work during the day on our music and take it really serious. And that's something quite unique, I think. There are not many pop musicians in the Netherlands even that can do that.
No.
Last question before I let you guys go. Where did you get the name from?
We wanted a 80s kind of name, so we really wanted to sound like we were from the 80s. And Sheila, it was look like Sheila E, right?
Well, there's two explanations. Yeah. The kid is, of course, me.
As the drum kit.
Behind the drum kit.
Yeah.
And Susanne sings. So we came up with she, la 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 la.
It's real deep.
For the real, the people paying real attention, Sheila E, of course, is the drummer from Prince.
That's right.
And his name in Purple Rain is also the kid.
Yeah.
But honestly, we only found out after we already got the name.
Yeah.
But we dig that explanation. Hi, this is Sheila the Kid, and you're watching It's Easy Reasons